Hey guys, it's cooking with Chris.
Well, guess what time it is? It's time to iron. Okay, not really. So, I'm off in San Diego this week, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be nice to make a little cooking show while I'm here in location? Now, you might be thinking, well, Chris, you don't have your torch with you. That's not a big deal. I have an iron. And that's right. We're going to be making a few things today with the iron in the hotel room. Just don't tell the hotel. As long as we don't have any, any special visitors from, say, firemen, we should be okay. Again, no blowtorch involved, so we should be okay. We'll see. Anyway, let's get started. I just have to finish my ironing, and we'll get the shirt on. All right, so I got my shirt on, and then we're ready to go. I apologize, since I don't have a cameraman here, I'm trying to do this all from the iPhone, and I've noticed it's a little hard when you're looking at yourself in the camera and not actually at the camera. So if I look off to the side, that's why I'm looking off to the side. Well, anyway, let's get on with it. So, what I have here this evening, of course, is the iron, but we're going to be doing with some lactose-free butter, some lactose-free cheese. It is actually a rice cheese, but there is dairy in it. I don't know if you've had this kind before, but it's not too bad. Aluminum foil, just so we can keep the iron clean. That's kind of a nice thing to do. Optional, but probably suggested. The bread and a can of soup. This might be the challenging part. I have quite a lot of faith in the actual grilled cheese part, but we'll see how this goes. All right, so first things first, I think I'm going to start with the soup, just because that'll probably take the longest. All right, so we have our can of soup opened, and I've prepared everything on this tray, which I conveniently had in the room here. This tray came from the Cuisinart coffee maker and all of its accessories over here. So just to try to keep things a little bit neater while I pour and prep everything to heat this up. Because it is condensed, we do want to separate at least half and half. So got an empty cup here. I'm going to put about half in there. And we're just going to add about half a cup of water in that. And then take the rest of the half a cup of water and pour it right in the can. And we already have our tin can here. We're going to utilize that to heat up and create our soup. So let me find a place to set this. And we'll get started. Alright, so I found the perfect place to set this. Not necessarily ideal, but it's going to work. So first of all, we're going to need to pick our right cook setting on the iron. And we have a few choices. If you can see here, but of course off. And SYN, synthetic I presume. I don't know why you'd want to cook on that. Silk, wool, cotton, and linen. I like to do things with a little bit more power, so we're going to go towards linen. It has the 4 hot symbols, or 3 hot symbols, so I guess that's the hottest. So I'm going to set this up very gregariously and hope I don't burn down the place. So let's try to go like this here. You're going to see this in just a second. Yeah. Believe it or not, that's probably going to work. A little crazy, I know, but let's see what happens. So it's kind of stuck between 2 very heavy desks, and I don't think it's going to fall over. If it does, well, I have a lot of stuff to clean up then. But we're going to hope for the best. So getting my other important things out of the way in case that does happen. And nice thing about an iron is it does heat up pretty darn quickly. So I'm going to grab the soup, which I've already put some warm water in. And we're going to set this right on the surface, and we're going to come back in just a few minutes and see how that's doing. Alright, so we're back, and the chicken noodle soup has been on the iron for about 10 minutes, a little longer than I normally like to cook things, but it is what it is. When you're in a hotel room, you kind of have to make some compromises. So 10 minutes, and that can is done. Not incredibly too hot, but definitely warm enough. You can maybe see the steam coming right off the, there we go, right off. Oh yeah. Well, I see the steam. I can't say that you see the steam necessarily, but it is definitely warm. And I have a whole nother cup I can make if I want. But we're going to actually go ahead and move on to the grilled cheese. Okay, so we have our bread buttered and our cheese unwrapped. I figured it'd be a little bit easier since, again, I only have one hand to do this with. Now, I've never been a fan of this type of cheese with that plastic wrapper, but, when you're traveling, sometimes, again, you do have to, make some compromises. And I also thought, I came prepared with a plastic knife to spread the butter, but the coffee, machine came with this little wooden stir stick, so that was very useful as well. So now I'm just going to go ahead and construct my grilled cheese, and I laid out some foil, again, just to be a little bit neater on the hotel, and 2 pieces of cheese, because, well, you can really never have enough cheese. Stuck to my piece of plastic there we go, and a nice little overlap, and we're just going to lay that right on there, and set this out of the way, and fold the foil over so both sides of the foil are on the buttered side. Take your preheated iron on, again, the cotton setting, and we're just gonna let it sit there for maybe about 3 minutes, I'm gonna say. So we'll come back and look at this in just a second. Alright, so it's been about maybe 3 minutes actually, and we'll take a look at what we have here. I took the liberty to take that time and actually clean up while I was waiting for this. So here we go. We'll just set that off to the side and see how this side looks. Oh my, I don't know if you can see that, but that is a nice golden brown. One side's a little hotter than the other apparently, but not too bad. The cheese has started to melt. We need to go ahead and do the other side of this now. Easiest thing to do is just take the entire foil and flip it right over, and we're going to set that there for about 2-3 minutes, and we'll see how that looks. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. We've just finished up the other side here, I think, and we're going to take the iron off and see how this one looks. Spin it around here. Oh my, I would say that that came out quite well. So now we're going to go ahead and set our table place and our table setting, and we'll dig into this, see how it is. Alright, and here we are, we're ready to eat. And sorry about the hand there, you can see I used the tray that was available from the coffee maker, and didn't want to set the food directly on the tray, so I used the foil that I already had, the soup still warm, and napkin from the coffee machine as well, and a nice bottle of water. So we'll give this a try. We'll see how this is. The grilled cheese is definitely pretty warm. I'm going to try to tear it here with one hand, and we'll see how this came out. Oh my, I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely steaming, and the cheese is definitely melted. Let's say this is a pretty high class grilled cheese. I like to dip it in the soup there, and we'll give this a try. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is spot on. Yeah, that couldn't be any better. Definitely better than the torched version of the grilled cheese. Give the cheese a little bit more time to melt. And I think my choice of bread was a better bread. So there we have it. Making dinner in your hotel room with an iron. You can also consider using this method for reheating things, particularly a burrito, which I actually got the other night, and it was quite a large one, called the Epic Burrito. So I might take a shot of that maybe tomorrow when I decide to reheat that. Got some tin foil here, work out quite well. Apologize again for not necessarily looking at the camera lens correctly, but it is what it is. So I appreciate y'all taking a look at this video. Any comments, please feel free to let me know, and I'm going to post this up on YouTube, so comment, rate, subscribe, all that stuff down there, and see y'all in the next one.